Hello and welcome to another edition of Sunrise with Hauwa, a program we talk about issues of the moment, we talk about entrepreneur, we talk about politics, we talk about education, yes. On today's edition of the program, I have a Nigerite here with me, an entrepreneur and also a political analyst. It's good to have you on the social.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be on this show with you today.
Can we know who you are?
Okay, my name is Elisha Bahago Waziri. Like you know, I'm a Nigerite, a full-blooded Bahago person from Gusoro, an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I'm an opinion writer.
Wow, you write opinions.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm a political analyst.
Wow. What actually motivated you to go into public and political analysis, to start analyzing politics?
Okay, one of my motivation is actually has to do with where I'm from.
Okay.
If you look at it since 1999, you will discover my people have not really been doing well. My people, I mean the Bahago people,
okay, in terms
have
of
not really been doing well in terms of politics.
Okay.
So, and I felt if we have the capacity, you have the knowledge, why just limit yourself to private, corporate environments when you can actually do better in some other field?
Okay.
And my dad is a seasoned politician.
Okay.
So politics runs in the blood.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good. As a political analyst, how can you rate the Niger state government now? The new government. How can you rate its administration so far?
As an opinionist, so far so good. I've not really seen any special performance.
Wow.
Looking at the, yes, let's be very frank.
Okay.
Looking at the expectation we had build up to the election concerning His Excellency Honorable Bahago, the President Governor of Niger State, I feel our expectation is not being matched with the result on ground. So far so good.
Okay. Why
did I say so? If you look at the candidates we had build up to the election, His Excellency the President Governor of the state was one of the people that had everything that it takes to succeed as the Governor of Niger State. First of all, he is a youth, a very vibrant youth. Secondly, he was a banker. If you go through his biography, it means he has the capacity to manage the business affairs of the state. He has corporate knowledge. And he's a seasoned politician that has been a member, House of Representatives for 3 consecutive times. So if you match everything together, you knew we had a governor that had everything at his disposal to succeed. But so far so good. I've not seen anything interesting.
What are you actually expecting?
Okay, first of all, if you go through his manifesto, when he talked about health, that everybody will talk about, first of all, look at the potential of the state. I believe anybody that wants to vie for the #1 position of the state should be prepared and has done their homework even before coming out with a manifesto. Look at the rates of unemployment in the state.
Talking about unemployment, he has been appointing a lot of young people. Don't you think that's a good one? At least it's reducing unemployment.
It's actually funny. That depends on...
It's not what we all want, to carry the youth along, give them a place to feel, yes, they are part of the government.
Okay, talking about the youth, talking about employment and talking about carrying along, you will discover that, by my opinion, the major problem of the state, I would say, are the youth. Because you actually have youths that are very intelligent. Niger State has one of the most brightest youths. You have very intelligent people as youth in this state. But personal interest usually overshadows our collective interest.
Okay.
To the people that have appointments, Merry Christmas to them. Yes.
Okay.
They, for now, they can celebrate because they feel they have been gainfully employed. But the truth of the matter is, for how long?
Okay.
Appointments, are they sustainable?
Okay.
Appointments, like it sound, anybody can be appointed.
Okay.
What are they appointed for? Are we having value for money? Are we having the right people in the right places?
Okay.
How long will the appointment last? What are they doing? Is there an appointment for employment or is it an appointment for reward? Because if you ask me, there was no DNA screening was done for employment.
Okay.
And
You
if
think
it's,
so? I
if
think
you
after
ask
the
me,
appointment, there is a screening that comes after.
okay, like I'm not talking about the appointment, I'm talking about employment.
Okay, okay,
An appointment can be terminated at any time.
okay.
An appointment lasts for just a span of a particular year. An appointment lasts for the duration of the time of when the people that appointed them remain in government. But if these people, if these youths that are appointed are critically examined and x-rayed and look at which area they can perform and they are gainfully and permanently employed, is it not better than appointments? If I want to employ you today, you are one of the finest journalists we have in the state and I'm very proud of you. If I to give you now, I present before you an appointment to be a journalist with either NTA or I'm asking you to just take one political appointment to be a coordinator of something that you might never have the opportunity to coordinate. Which will you choose?
I'll choose the appointment of being.
So how do we start marrying appointments and gainful employment together? Our university are chunking out graduates year in, year out. Are they judiciously being used? Are they utilized? You call some set of people, you reward them for all the campaigns, drama that they did, and you use it as a form of reward. Are they being, what are the criteria of the appointments? Who oversees the appointments? Are the appointments by merit or by know-how?
I think it's by maybe merit. Like you said, reward.
Okay. So if it is reward, I will still say that is still part of our problem, and I don't think appointment is the solution to the unemployment rate in the state.
Okay. What exactly do you think the government should have done instead of appointing the youths?
Like I said before, this was a government that we had high expectation in. This was a government that was coming in with a manifesto. They had a blueprint, understand the problems of the states, starting from healthcare to youth unemployment to security.
About the healthcare, the remodeling of Shiroro Hotel to converting it to IBB Specialist Hospital, don't you think is a good one?
Okay, before we talk about remodeling of Shiroro Hotel to IBB Hospital, I give that a kudos to His Excellency. It was a step in the right direction.
Okay.
But is that the immediate solution to the problem we have in the healthcare sector for now?
Go
to General Hospital. I bet you cannot boast of 10 qualified doctors in General Hospital. Who are the people you have there? You have these students that are coming for housemanship or so.
Okay.
The last government tried to tackle that by doing employment for, I think, health personnel and some other people. And so far, so good. That has not been actioned. When you build hospital, is it the building that take care of people or people that will take care of people?
Okay, so you think he should have empowered more doctors?
Yes, I think the first priority concerning healthcare first is to get more personnel on ground that can match the amounts of sick people that we have.
Okay.
If you go to General Hospital, you'll be very sorry. At this junction, the prayer I pray for everybody is not to even get sick at all. Because you don't want to believe what you go there and see. So that was why I talked about the blueprint. The governor understands everything as a problem of the state before coming. He had a plan to tackle them. Why not follow through the plan? I laugh at some people when some people say the government is relatively new. Why not give the government time? I said, no. Governance is a serious business. Governance is like a battle, is a race. And when you want to go for a race, you don't start a race jogging or trekking when your opponent are actually running. And you said, no, the race is just starting now. Shebi is 100 meters we want to run. Before they will get to 50 meters. Shebi as I'm trekking, before I will start running, I will overtake them. It's a serious business that everybody that wants to come into it should be prepared for. You gave us your CV. You told us what you wanted to do. And we believe and we said this is the right person for the job. Based on the track record and experience of what and where he has worked and what he has handled before. So at this juncture, I don't think the government is relatively new should be an excuse. We'll talk about the infrastructural development. We have seen pictures, we have seen plans of remodeling, urban remodeling. But so far, so good. For close to like 6 months now. Can we boast of 1 kilometer road that has been started and completed by this government? Let's be very honest to ourselves. If we love this state and we say this is our state, this is the state we have, we don't have any other state, then we should be proud of this state and defend this state with every sense of sincerity. Can we boast of just 1 kilometer road that has been started and completed by this government in 6 months? Just a kilometer road. We keep seeing promises of works that we know will take years to complete. Should we not start having time frame for every project that we want to embark on?
So you are advising he should take it step by step?
I advise that we should take them step by step, looking at the resources at our disposal.
Okay, so you mean he's rushing it or what?
Yes, I will not actually say rushing. I'm actually saying we are really beating around the bush, trying a lot of things that we don't even have a time frame of accomplishing any.
Okay.
For the past maybe a month or two, if you go to Chanchaga and look at the pace of work that has been going on, you discover that those guys have not even covered up to 1 kilometer. Go to City Gate Road as if you are going to PDP Secretariat, this bypass. The only thing you go and see machineries there that have blocked the road. And what is the only thing they have done? They only succeeded in fetching these center pavements, removing the center pavement that is not even up to from that U-turn to front of PDP Secretariat. For more than a month, that's the only thing they have done. But every day you pass there are machines and there are people there. What are they doing? Is it not high time we sit on the table of reason and tell ourselves the truth and call a spade by its name? At this junction, apart from political praise singing, are we really, really proud at the manner at which this state is being governed at this junction? Are you proud?
I think I should be neutral.
No, it's not about being neutral. If we're having a conversation that has to do with our state, I think it's better we sample opinions.
As a journalist, I have no opinion when
Okay,
it comes to,
I agree with that, but as a Niger, how about as a Nigerite?
that one aside.
Okay. So I think that's my take. So far, so good. I think the pace of the governance has been slow, and I've not seen anything so far that will give them a rating of 2/10. So far, so good.
Okay.
Yes.
So back to the issue of appointment and employment of a thing. So you're saying appointing or employing would have been better than appointing?
Of course, I'm not saying. Of course, it's an open secret.
Okay.
That even somebody that has never attended the four wall of a classroom should know. If I call you today and I said, I've appointed you to be my PA, I will pay you 200,000 at the end of every month. Do you know I can still sack you before the end of that month? And if I appoint you, now you're a seasoned journalist. So, I appoint you to give you a coordinator of one thing that you will never have the opportunity to coordinate. Just as a rewarding system, at the end of the month, we are using scarce resources. Of course, you'll be paying these people and it will be running into billions of naira at the end of the month. Unnecessary overhead that will not solve any problem at all. The people that are appointed, what are they doing? Where is even the offices to even keep them? What impact will they make to Niger State as a state? Let's tell each other the truth now. Let's tell each other the truth.
So now the government should focus on creating more jobs so that there will be employment for...
The government knows exactly what to focus on.
Okay.
The government knows exactly what to focus on to create jobs. And we all know that. Like I told you, and I'm still saying again, we have tertiary institution in the state that has been chunking out graduates year in, year out. What is the percentage of employment in between those people that are graduating every year? How many? So I'm saying we should do what? Create room for employment, and there are a lot of ways that we can do that. And it was all in the blueprint. It was all in the plan. Why are we abandoning the plan? I've never seen part of the manifesto. Probably a different language was used for appointment and employment. Or we didn't have the opportunity to ask the right question when the government were saying they would tackle unemployment. But I'm saying it categorically that appointment is not a means of eradicating poverty or unemployment. It is not helpful. It's a temporal solution that will still be a time bomb. Because once this administration is over, if now you appoint 500 people and they are happily appointed and employed temporarily, and your tenure is just 4 years, and the new government comes and dissolve all of them, what have we done? We have done what? We have added more unemployed people to the already existing one that we have. But if these people are gainfully employed, they are not politicians, for crying out loud. What is the ratio of politicians that we have in the total number of us as citizens? If you have people that are gainfully employed, without politics attached, after every government, employment goes on. They continue working, and we keep seeing results. The healthcare sector is suffering. I gave the governor some kudos in terms of security, looking at most especially metropolis. Let me be particular. If you look at what he has done with the Operation Flush, you know we have actually made headway there. To be very frank, everybody can attest to that. Before now, I don't think in a week you can comfortably go out of Mina and go within Mina and come back within Mina without some of those boys blocking the way and doing one or two. But the governor have been able to niche that. I give that to him, but I'm still saying there is more to it. And we are all seeing where we are lacking. And we can do better if we actually want to do better. And I will advise the governor at this junction to do more with technocrats, not politicians. Let's use the right tools for the right job. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elisha. It has been a wonderful interactive session with you.
Yes.
And at a point, I was actually confused. I was like, why is this one saying appointment, employment, and all that? I was like, I thought many people will also prefer appointments to...
Those that are appoints, we definitely prefer it. Even you now, if they call you and give you an appointment that they will pay it on, will you say no? I will not say no if they add my name and they are paying, but I'm saying it's not the solution.
Okay.
It's just a temporal solution. And don't even be surprised. Some of these people that are receiving this appointment, some of them are civil servants that are working.
Okay.
So what am I saying? We have just created another loophole to keep what? Losing money. Scarce resources that we don't have. Where there are a lot of things that we can actually do to make more money.
But don't you think the government is doing its best with this 5,000 naira? He's helping most of the households, should I say women and men, with at least he's reducing poverty and, should I say, hunger in the state by empowering and helping them with something to...
You see, the reason why I said let's call a spade by its name. Our governor has every advantage to succeed. Okay. But he has to calm down and take counsel. You have to understand that the process of governance, like I keep saying, is quite different from electioneering processes. Okay. You and I know that whoever is advising the governor to do that is actually not a lover of such an intelligent governor.
Okay. By sharing 5,000 naira and 10,000?
Sharing 5,000 naira for people in 21st century in this country that we are now.
Some are getting
gathering people. We just came out of COVID, not quite long. The impact is still telling in our society. There are a lot of ailments out there that we cannot even explain. And we are gathering people choked in one place like baby animals in the name of sharing 5,000. And you go there, you see the level of beating some of them are receiving, you think they are horses. Some of them will sustain injury from that environment that 5,000 naira cannot treat. For crying out loud. What will 5,000 naira do for an household at this junction of our country? You are there in the name of struggling for 5,000. Abidoka are beating the hell out of you. If those people were gainfully employed, if those are mothers that are gathered they were gainfully employed, would they leave their job and go to that place and be struggling for 5,000? If the young men that are there fighting up and down, even stealing, end up injuring some of themselves, if they were gainfully employed, will they leave the place of their job? You are here now doing part of your job. Why didn't you go to where they are sharing 5,000? If the people are gainfully employed, there will not be need for that. And I'm telling you the bitter truth, that is not solving any problem. I would say it's creating more problems. Because we'll just talk about the health sector where we don't have enough doctors. And somebody now goes to a place looking for 5,000. They beat the hell out of him. He breaks his leg. Which doctor will treat him when we don't even have doctors in the hospital? And how much will you use to treat yourself?
You end up spending more than...
You end up spending more than... I was following the program from the Unshakable Comrade in Bahago radio when I heard somebody divorce his wife. simply because he warned her not to go to that place and she came there. Now, tell me, did we just create a problem, we just solve another one? Did we solve or created a problem? Like in the bid, I know the governor might be a charitable somebody. Out of his heart and compassion of charity, he wants to do good. Here we understand. But there are ways we try to do good in a very wrong way. If you wanted doing that, where the Niger state is breakdown into what? From state to local government, from local government to ward, from wards down to polling unit level. If you actually wanted sharing 5,000, there are ways that you can do that from polling unit level that you can get to the main people that you are targeting to give it to. Not until you choke people. Okay, now, what are the criteria of that shenanigans going on there? What are the criteria? Is it the most powerful person that gets? Because if you go there, you can't explain what is really happening. So I'm saying if you want to do that as a result of charity, let's start from the polling unit level. Just like the federal government is trying to do with cash transfer. There is nothing that we cannot boil down. We are people, for crying out loud. This is the reason why I'm telling you that our youths have a very long way to go to salvage these states. We have a youthful governor that we have to sit on the table of reasoning together and look at our immediate problems and how we can best tackle them in using the 21st century method. You understand? Yeah. So I don't think what he's doing there is effective to eradicate poverty or employment at all. Okay. That was my submission.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And this brings us to the end of our program, Sunrise with Hauwa, a program we talk about issues of the moment, we talk about entertainment, we talk about politics, we talk about education and entrepreneurship, yes. And so far we've been having an interactive section with Elisha.
Bahago
Waziri, yes, where he points out where the government is lacking and also where he's also doing his best to ensure that Nigerians get better, should I say better treatment, or
to get better dividends of governance.
To get better dividends of governance, yes. We'll see you again on the next episode. Keep following Sunrise with Hauwa for more interactive and interesting topics.